Hello and welcome to the maiden edition of NaCSA HOUR, a program that tells you happening in the National Commission for Social Actions. With me, George Nyambe Williams, the program manager for information, education and communication in that commission.
NaCSA, the National Commission for Social Action, is a government development agency which augments the work of social sector ministries, departments and agencies in providing pro-poor activities to alleviate poverty, especially in rural communities and other extremely poor communities. We have a total of 5 programs right now. We had up to the end of December 2019, we had 6 active programs, 1 closed. The first that I wish to talk about is the Pro-Poor Growth for Peace Consolidation Project Phase 2, supported by the German Development Bank. Yeah. The second is Sierra Leone Community-Driven Development Project Phase 2, that is supported by the Islamic Development Bank, the IDB. And the third is the Social Safety Net Project, which is part of the social protection outfit of the government of Sierra Leone, basically funded by the World Bank. And we have war reparations that ended at the end of 2019, was supporting people affected by the civil conflicts. Employment Promotion Program, the EPP, Employment Promotion Program, which is essentially covering 4 districts, districts of Kailang, Kono, Falaba, and Kwenadogo. There is one that is exclusively funded by government. By the way, the number of projects I have spoken about hugely funded by donors, but there's also government counterpart funding. Government contributes a little amount of money in each of them to support administrative components of the projects, but then also support some aspects of implementation. But the community-driven development initiative is one that is funded entirely by government. This one looks at projects initiated by community people, like the name implies, community-driven development initiatives, either through visits by the president in certain communities, and people voice out their opinion on their felt needs, or excellent opportunity that we, under my administration, have been able to revamp, if I must borrow your word, the program. The advantage that we are launching this maiden edition now, when we have the COVID-19 threat globally, but particularly in Sierra Leone, is an opportunity for us to reach out to our audience, to our listeners all around the country, particularly beneficiaries in those poor communities. The launch in Kenema is particularly being focused on in this maiden edition because it's an opportunity for us to answer the many questions that our viewers have, the many questions that also lie in corners in communities, in people who are not able to voice their opinion on matters. This maiden edition will focus on the social safety nets to ensure that people know their rights. It's your right as an extremely poor person to access funds, and the Anti-Corruption Commission will accompany every payment and will ensure that if you are aggrieved, you're able to share your grievances, and there will be immediate redress once we hear your opinion on matters that affect you. I want to say happy viewing and enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you very much.
Excellency, the President, Julius Maada Bio, has launched the second phase of the Sierra Leone Social Safety Net project to strengthen livelihood system through unconditional cash transfer to vulnerable households headed by women. The launching ceremony took place at the Kenema City Hall, where a galaxy of government ministers, traditional leaders, and lawmakers we are gathered to witness the event.
Anyhow, will not ever surprise me, will not ever let me down. Always going to show me love, and will continue to show me love, and NaCSA will continue to show me appreciation because of
Addressing the gathering, President Bio said that the social safety net project hope is to level out perceived poverty and inequality, disparity, and build a skilled labor force with greater earning power.
We have aligned our national development goals and strategies with the international aspirations and ending poverty. We believe that our development must be inclusive, it must be sustainable within a resilient and stable economy and democracy. We are impatient with current data which informs us that a child born in this country can only attain 35% his or her capacity by the time he or she reaches 18. We acknowledge, but we are equal to the challenge without development partners, and we can tackle the system rising levels of extreme poverty and youth unemployment. We recall that the Lead Direction Manifesto, the SFPP committed to reviewing and implementing policies and laws that will improve inclusion and access for the most vulnerable citizens. Now the World Bank, here this is for you. We want to appreciate your effort to provide the funds for this particular program. I have UNICEF and DGF on behalf of the Republic of Sierra Leone and the 12 people who are going to benefit. Thank you very much. Please extend our gratitude to everyone. I have the pleasure to formally launch the social safety net project in Kenya district. Thank you.
Giving an overview of the project, the Commissioner of NaCSA, Abubakar Ikoko-Fele, said that the project will target 30,000 households with more concentration to women and persons living with disabilities.
For the first government-led cash transfer project, the Social Safety Net, National Social Safety Net project. This project, the Chief Minister, is funded by the World Bank and the government of Sierra Leone. And the National Commission for Social Action, now in the NaCSA, what we call NaCSA. Other key, very important agencies will contribute to boost the social safety net program in this country. Like UNICEF, WFP, ILO, FAO, and
On his part, the Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Safa, said that the project is in line with the new direction government's agenda for human capital development. The World Bank Country Manager, Gail Martins, applauded the government of Sierra Leone for launching the Social Safety Net project, adding that the World Bank is pleased to provide $30 million to Sierra Leone government in its quest to reduce poverty in the country.
I now bring you a tune done for us by Lansana Sheriff, aka Steady Bongo.
We're glad if hotel family and all waiting the government don't do for Salone people and through NaCSA. Through the government, NaCSA they help for bring people together, make the people unite, work together with a community participation. All this could bring peace and one world not in life. We will make them work hard for developing the community.
We won't bring too much suffering. Salone people all over the country. Boko Ozen broke, people sleep na do. No food for eat, no better medication. no water, no better road and school. People become poor during the war, not so easy. God bless the government when I help we through NaCSA. NaCSA, thank you, you behave like Kumbra. You will not know nothing but NaCSA. Sit down and listen, make we tell you about NaCSA. Waiting they don't do, and waiting they can do. Waiting they don't do, and waiting they can do. Mama. NaCSA, na government body, yeah. Where they for help country them power. So that the people themselves go team up stronger one after the war. After the war. NaCSA, the implement activities we go bring help for the people. People like the one them where the war affect. People like the one them where the war affect. Now so we see. Oh yeah. Government, you not come brand. You the coordinate demand for the community. You the care people go home and make them reset to. NaCSA, you not come brand. You the coordinate demand for the community. You the care people go home and make them reset to. Why you government? We tell you thank you. Why you NaCSA? We tell you thank you. It be with us for we tell you thank you. It be with school step up. Government, we tell you thank you. It be with hospitals. We tell you thank you. It be with court barracks. NaCSA, we tell you thank you. It give with tools for farming. We tell you thank you. Make the road for workers. Government, we tell you thank you. It give with good water for drink. We tell you thank you.
That has been a tune done for us by the great Lansana Sheriff. I hope you enjoy it. Let's relax as I'll be back just after this. With funding from the government of Sierra Leone and the World Bank, the National Commission for Social Action, NaCSA, through its Social Safety Net program, has commenced the payment of cash transfers to 28,538 households headed by vulnerable women in 506 communities countrywide. How it all went. Representing the commissioner at the amputee camp in Grafton in the Western Rural District, the Deputy Commissioner for NaCSA, who doubles as the head of programs in the commission, Dr. Sao Pato Hannah Isata Max Kine, registered her appreciation to the President, His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio, for his support to the program, as demonstrated in his engagement with the bank for additional funding earlier this year in Washington.
I'm not going to also continue if I not talk. The person where he acts inside this program past anybody. When I now we president, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio. Let God bless them. Let God continue to guide them. Because now one person that they any side where they say na woman business, any side where they say na for dread poor, if they put on an act stranga one. Where me say the last time when he go na America, when he go na there with people, they show the office where they call World Bank. And soon I don't see the people who come out World Bank. When they ask and say, what's really the money in the country? One of the things where he talk now about the woman and the poor in this country. We make that wait man then at that World Bank with young people how they work there, then decide say this program will they put more money there, we make they don't get 30 million, then they will call and they also plenty. 30 30 million more for the next year. So this government, it really gets the poor people at heart.
Dr. Max Kine reiterated the importance of this particular payment, noting that the event marks the payment of the final cash transfer to exiting beneficiary households, while setting the stage for the retargeting of new beneficiaries.
This is the final payment for the first phase, but it is not going to be the final payment for the Western area because, in fact, the program has been expanded. As I mentioned just now, His Excellency did negotiate with the World Bank, and we have been given additional funding, which means that we'll be expanding to all districts. Initially, we were in 10 districts. Now we'll go to every district.
The Deputy Commissioner pointed at instances where some beneficiaries have used their monies to build dwelling houses and in other cases start up businesses from petty trading to well-established ventures.
Yes, based on our post reviews that we've done for some communities and some of the households, we have evidences, some of the pictorial evidences of people who actually use the money, some of them to build houses, some of them to start like a cattle business, selling goat and sheep, maybe starting from 1 or 2. Some people have been able to set up a small business like petty trading. So we have evidences that it has actually raised the income levels of households in these poor communities. Some of them were able to send their kids to school because there were some basic things they couldn't do. That was why they were keeping children at home. Maybe they couldn't buy uniforms, they couldn't give lunch to kids, but with this support, they're able to do that and be able to send their kids to school. So it has actually impacted on the communities. It has also impacted on those households.
The co-tax team leader for Sierra Leone, Dr. Abu Kagbo, affirmed the goal of the bank, which he noted is to reduce poverty in the world and to support governments in promoting the well-being of their citizens.
First of all, I bring you greetings from the country manager, Dr. Will Martin. World Bank, in the first place, has what they call 2 main goals. One is to reduce poverty, and the other one is to support every government in the world in promoting the lives, population of that country. So the government of Sierra Leone approached the World Bank to support them in cash transfers to the extremely poor households in the country in its effort to reduce extreme poverty in the country. So because of that motivation and as part of the World Bank's goal, that's why we decided to support this government initiative. It is the right of everybody to have decent living, and one of the ingredients of decent living is to increase consumption of the individual. So we don't want to see anybody go to bed with empty stomach. So in essence, we want to make sure that even the people who are the extremely poor people, they have the opportunity to get enough food, to have money so that they can send their children to school, to have money so that they can actually be able to access health services.
The Raquel Commercial Bank Sierra Leone Limited is the new payment service provider charged with the responsibility to do the cash transfer exercise countrywide. Performing the symbolic payment in one of the pay points, the managing director of the bank, Dr. Wilton Akudayo Gilpin, expressed delight over the trust bestowed upon his institution and assured all of his staff commitment in following the due processes.
We are a credible institution, all right? We have already set that record over the past years. Secondly, there is in this particular exercise the presence of the ACC, who will also ensure that we'll follow due process. And finally, our officials have been actually sworn to, oath of good conduct. And I believe that, of course, there is no way you can actually swear for everybody 100%. But what we can say is that we are, to a high degree of certainty, we are assured that our team will be as transparent as possible, will follow all the steps accordingly, and most of all, we'll find out that with the presence of the ACC and the police there,
Dr. Kilpin further emphasized the need for financial inclusion, which he noted could be of advantage to both the customers and the bank.
You see, as a bank, we don't only believe in receiving funds and keeping it. We also believe in growing the capacity of our customers to expand their horizon, to expand their possibilities. Why? Because the more our customers can utilize their funds in a prudent manner and be able to turn the funds around to make a profit, the more deposits we would have. The more deposits we would have, the more funds we have in circulation that we can use for financial intermediation. Similarly, if our customers are efficient and astute business people, then definitely they'll be happy to constantly trade with us. So we don't only just hold on to the funds, but whenever we can, we go out and teach on financial management. We assist in financial inclusion, we assist in financial literacy, and by so doing, we make not our customers only satisfied, but we make the people of Sierra Leone have a vehicle wherein they can learn to invest, they can learn to trade, they can learn to save, they can learn to grow, they can learn to do business, and that vehicle is a bank that is of the people, from the people, and by the people. That is.
Madam Fatou Mensare, a grandma in her late 60s from Grafton community in the Western Rural, has her own plan for this money. As one of the few beneficiaries who could now boast of a reasonable dwelling house and a petty business.
1 million with them. I've been with her because of police.
As a result of the program, spending the final money to add on her business as well as on the education of her grandchildren should not be considered wrong.
I go ahead and make money. I give them pardon.
The Social Safety Net Program is one of the biggest projects in NaCSA, aiming at providing unconditional cash transfer to the extreme poor. The program, which has already provided unconditional cash transfer to over 28,000 beneficiary households in 10 districts, is expected with the additional funding of $30 million United States dollars from the World Bank to expand to other outstanding districts, and will target an additional 35,000 new households, thus making it over 7,000 beneficiary households in the entire country by the end of the program.
You don't in the country right now. You don't go friend and back. You don't sit down, you don't sleep. Maybe the campaign, two major issues so you put on back. Key business, you know they take a big play. Education is number one. Second, Emma made a way bomb picking them. Any issue with the fella una, is you go put your ID for make sure say you help una.
Don't give up, better days are coming. Don't give up, wipe your tears. Don't give up, better days are coming. Don't give up, wipe your tears.
Una ado. Mina Abu Bakari Kokofele, Mina the commissioner in NaCSA. I want to use this opportunity for talk to una all, particularly with beneficiaries na poor communities all through the 16 districts of this country. At this moment in the life of we country, we would face the global threat of global pandemic, this sequel and called coronavirus disease, in short, COVID-19, a threat. Where sometimes if you weigh it pass Ebola. God bless His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio. God give him more wisdom. He no waste no time. He come out and declare this pandemic as a threat to the nation. It come out with regulations and from what we follow. We all, every Sierra Leonean, for protect yourself from the disease. I want for use opportunity for big everybody, poor, rich, Peking, adult, woman or man, for what we all abide by the rules and regulations that what the president say. What we follow the directives that health institutions then the directive for do, particularly the frequent washing of hands. We wash we hand at every given opportunity. Not say I don't wash my hand morning time, and then they wash my hand again. Coronavirus go meet you anytime, sometime by 11 o'clock, you don't wash your hand, you don't come out, you don't go outside, you don't touch the mouth where somebody will get corona, don't touch, then you infect yourself. So when you go there, every new entry, every new outlet where you come out, wash your hand as often as possible. Also, there's this talk about social distancing. There's more could not they come near ourselves too much. At least if you stretch your two hands like that one day, the next person for the at the extreme end, at least, and the other person, the other extreme end, more not come close to each other. Maintain your natural space for protect yourself. This means we're not for boku, we're not for gonna social gatherings. It means say them pull and do them, then other activities that will pull you together. We need for minimize them for now, for save with lives and the lives of we picking them and we loved ones them. Stay at home if you feel sick and report immediately. And perhaps not to Congo Sao, but if you see your neighbor, they sneeze, they cough, they experience fever, not hesitate for help save them by reporting to the nearest health center. Thank you all. Thank you for viewing.
Don't give up, better days are coming. Don't give up, wipe your tears. Don't give up, better days are coming. Don't give up, wipe your tears.
Well, on behalf of the National Commission for Social Action, Pierre Abu Bakari Kokofele is the commissioner, and Dr. Hannah Aissata Maskine is his deputy. I've been your presenter, George Nyambi Williams, the program manager for information, education, and communication. Say bye-bye.
Government make we happy, they elect today. It bring we come together, it make we all unite. It make we work together, for make we go better. It make we work together, for make we go better. And where we work together, it go bring peace among us. And the only peace go make we be a community. United we stand.